First of all, congratulations. The fact that you are here means you are most likely planning to clear your annual leaves or planning for your long-awaited overseas trip. And here you are today, looking to apply for the best travel credit cards you can get right here, right now in Malaysia to make the most out of your money, like getting access to the atas airport lounge or convert your points into free flight tickets, etc. Trust me, you are here in the right place. And after going through over 70 travel credit cards, comparing them by their travel benefits like lounge access, travel insurance, reward points, air miles conversion rates, and annual fees, etc. I've shortlisted the 7 best travel credit cards you should consider getting, ranging from entry level to median and lastly elite level as well. And before we even begin, for those of you who are unfamiliar with air miles, it is basically the reward point system that you collect from your credit card spending, and then these points can later be used for various travel benefits such as free or upgraded flights. Okay, let's start with entry level cards, which is for those of you with a salary ranging from 2k to 6k ringgit per month. And we first have the cimb Travel Platinum Credit Card, suitable for fresh graduates who like to travel, as it only requires a minimum monthly income of 2,000 ringgit with 0 annual fees. And this card allows you one-time airport lounge access every quarter or every 3 months, which means a total of 4 times per year. Quite sufficient for most people if you ask me. And also, if you purchase your flight tickets with this card, you will then automatically be protected with travel insurance of up to 1 million ringgit, which includes things like loss of baggage, flight delays and more. And on top of that, you will also get up to 5 times bonus points on airlines, duty-free purchases and overseas or foreign currency transactions. For example, subscribing Bloomberg in US dollar from Malaysia, and 2 times bonus points on local retail spending, including online transactions. So this card can definitely be an all-rounder card for you, or a secondary card to your primary cashback credit card. And with the bonus points collected, you can then change them to air miles at 8,000 bonus points for 1,000 AirAsia points, or 10,000 bonus points for 1,000 Malaysia Airlines Enrich points. And before you ask me, 1,000 AirAsia points is worth 10 ringgit, and based on the AirAsia app, you can get a one-way trip from KL to Penang for just 5,558 points during its promotion period. While for Malaysia Airlines, it costs about 167 ringgit inclusive of the 32 ringgit tax for a one-way trip from KL to Penang. And for the same flight, it takes 3.6k Enrich points for this redemption, but you will still need to pay about 32 ringgit for the tax. So this means you are using 3.6k points to redeem a one-way ticket that costs 135 ringgit after deducting the tax. And in other words, 1,000 Enrich points here is worth about 37 ringgit and 50 cents. And if it's not obvious already, different flights require different amount of points, right? So you can actually simulate a trip on the airline's websites just to get a sense of how much points you will need to redeem for the particular flight. Now, the second card, also for the entry level tier, is the Alliance Bank Visa Infinite Credit Card, and this would be a great option for those of you who like to shop online using e-wallet and would usually travel at least 2 times per year, because this card allows you with access to the Plaza Premium Lounges twice a year, and you can collect 8 timeless bonus points, or TBP in short, for every 1 ringgit spent on all your online purchases and e-wallet top-ups, while for overseas groceries and dining spend, those will earn you 5 TBP and 1 TBP for other local spendings. And on top of that, the air miles conversion rate for this card stands at 3,000 TBP for 1,000 AirAsia points. As for MAS, it's 10,000 TBP for 1,000 Enrich points. So if you spend online or use your e-wallet a lot, that will mean for every 375 ringgit spent, you get back about 10 ringgit worth of air miles, and that's about 2.7% worth of cashback. So in terms of money to reward ratio, this might not be the most attractive card, but then there is no expiry date, unlike most cards points that will expire in 3 years. So this could be a deal breaker for you. And the minimum monthly income requirement is 5,000 ringgit, and the annual fee is free for the first year, but will cost 438 ringgit from the second year onwards. but that can be waived by spending at least 12,000 ringgit per year, so still pretty worth it and doable if you ask me. And next, for the median level tier with a salary range of 6k to 10,000 ringgit, the ambank bonus link Visa signature is also a good card to begin with in this bracket. This is a 2-in-1 card that functions both as a credit card and also a bonus link card, which will ngam for those of you who spend a lot on retail transactions, as you will get up to 30 bonus link points, or BLP in short, for every 20 ringgit spent on groceries, online transactions, dining, entertainment, pumping petrol at Shell or Parkson purchases. And on top of that, it provides 6 BLP for every 20 ringgit spent overseas and 3 BLP for local expenses. And by owning this card, you can also get 5 entries to airport lounges and travel insurance coverage up to 2 million ringgit every single year. And its miles conversion rate stands at 1.5k BLP for 950 AirAsia points and 2k BLP for 300 enriched points, presenting you with a win-win situation where you spend on daily stuff while also getting air miles at the same time. And before you ask me, this card requires a minimum annual income of 80,000 ringgit, or about 6.6k a month, and the annual fee is free for the first 2 years. And next up, we have UOB PRVI Miles Elite card, and not to be mistaken from the normal version, I'm referring to the Elite version instead. And as its name suggests, this is a miles card that fits frequent travelers. This card is generous as it gives you 10 uni RM points for every 1 ringgit spent overseas, including online transactions like I mentioned earlier, and 5 uni RM points spent on airlines, and a bonus of 60k annual uni RM points upon payment of the annual fee of 600 ringgit. And their air miles conversion rate is pretty competitive at 9,000 points for 1,000 miles points that you can redeem for AirAsia, Malaysian Airlines, Singapore Airlines, and also Cathay Airways. And with a minimum annual income of 100,000 ringgit, or about 8.3k monthly, the card offers 8 airport lounge access a year and travel insurance of up to 300,000 ringgit per year. And not only that, you can also get a complimentary airport limo ride home with just 3 overseas transaction receipts. Pretty awesome, right? And now I have one bonus card in the median category that is worth highlighting, as the key for this card is unlimited access to Plaza Premium Lounge in KLIA and KLIA 2 for your international flights only. So if you frequently find yourself at the KLIA airport, you might want to consider signing up for the Standard Chartered Journey credit card. But I need to emphasize this again. The unlimited access is only applicable for your international flights only, not for domestic flights. And beyond lounge access, the card also offers travel insurance of up to 100,000 US dollar, or about 450k ringgit, and each 1 ringgit spent on dining, travel, and overseas transactions earns you 1 miles point, in which every 2,000 miles points collected translate to 1,000 AirAsia and enriched points, and you will also get 1 point on every 5 ringgit spent on eligible local spends. And there are also several hotel rewards, especially for those that are in partnership with MasterCard, and that can include free nights, free breakfast, room upgrades, early check-ins and late checkouts, etc. And you will also get up to 65 ringgit in cashback when you take a Grab in Malaysia, provided if you spend more than 2.5k ringgit on your travel expenses that must be made within 90 days before the Grab ride transaction. And another thing worth mentioning is that the card also supports Apple and Samsung Pay, and it takes 7.5k ringgit of monthly income to be eligible to sign up with a first year free annual fee. But do note that there is a 600 ringgit annual fee in the subsequent years, which you can waive it off if you spend a minimum of 60,000 ringgit per year. It's a little bit high, so you might need to make this your primary credit card, else it's kind of hard to spend that much in a year. Now moving on to our last category, the elite level, with a monthly salary range exceeding 10,000 ringgit. And let me introduce you to the UOB Visa Infinite card that caters to high earners, offering premium travel experiences and rewards. And the perks include 12 complimentary airport lounge access across Asia Pacific countries, and 12 limousine services to KIA upon spending 5,000 ringgit on air tickets, hotels, and travel agencies within 30 days. Plus up to 20% discount over 200 airport dining outlets. And not only that, the card rewards up to 8 uni ringgit for every foreign currency spent, along with a welcome gift of 50,000 uni ringgit points upon card activation, and spending 5,000 ringgit within 60 days of card approval. And during your birthday month, you can also enjoy double air miles redemption too, and the standard air miles conversion is 9,000 uni ringgit for 1,000 AirAsia and enriched points. And while the annual fee is 600 ringgit per year. It can be waived off by spending above 50k annually, and to be eligible, a minimum monthly income of 10,000 ringgit is needed for sign up. And lastly, let me introduce you to the cimb Travel World Elite Credit Card, a super premier travel credit card in Malaysia with a lot of privileges. And with this card, you can get as low as 1 airline point for every 1 ringgit spent during its ongoing promotion until the end of this year, 31st December 2023. And subsequently, after the promotion, you can gain up to 10 bonus points per 1 ringgit spent overseas, airlines, and duty-free store purchases. And this card also presents a range of benefits, including 12 complimentary access to 140 Plaza Premium Lounge worldwide, comprehensive travel insurance coverage of up to 500,000 US dollars or approximately 2.25 million ringgit, free 3GB global data roaming for 15 days across 150 countries, up to 80 ringgit cashback for in-flight Wi-Fi service, complimentary stay at 5-star hotels, and so many more. But to access these perks, the card requires a higher annual income of 250,000 ringgit or about 20,000 ringgit per month, and requires an annual fee of 1.2k. But you can have the fee fully waived by spending over 3,000 ringgit within 60 days from card approved date, or a 50% waiver for total spending exceeding 1,000 ringgit during their annual fee waiver campaign until 31st December 2023. So if you want to go all out and you can afford it, this is definitely one of the most decked out cards you can get. And before we conclude my recommendation, let's take a quick break and talk about something that could be a game changer for your financial journey. Just like picking the right travel credit cards, finding the right brokerage platform for your investment matters a lot too. So here's where I would like to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, 𝗠+𝗚𝗹ble, an online stock brokerage app that's fully licensed by the Securities Commission Malaysia, allowing you to buy US stocks and ETFs, and you can easily fund your account using ringgit through online FPX within just 2 minutes. And thanks to them, you can now get a guaranteed free KWEB ETF worth 30 US dollars and another free stock or trading voucher once you deposit 1,000 ringgit in your 𝗠+𝗚𝗹ble account, which you can always withdraw later. And the free stock will be transferred to your profile within 7 working days. So if you're interested in investing through 𝗠+𝗚𝗹ble, feel free to use my link down below to sign up for an account now. Okay, now let's get back to the last bit of the video. So after going through all of this research, here's my conclusion and recommendation for you. In terms of value for money for the rewards, purely money wise, cashback credit cards in general wins most if not all of the travel credit cards, but that's in the premise of cashback credit cards where the perks are very limited. As for travel credit cards, you are essentially sacrificing your cashback equivalent of value, which will then be compensated in the form of the different perks like premium lounge access, air miles reward, hotel and restaurants discounts, etc. So in my personal view, at the risk of stating the obvious, travel credit cards are not the best daily driver or your all-around card to maximize your daily spendings if you're not using it for the purpose of frequent travels, just in case you're not aware of this yet. So if you ask me what I would get, personally, I am more inclined towards the cimb Travel Platinum credit card because I don't really fly as frequently, maybe once or twice every quarter. So the 4 premium lounge access a year makes sense to me because most of the time I can just arrive at the airport on time and enter the departure hall right away. And plus, I can get a lot of points from spending in foreign currencies with my online subscriptions like Bloomberg and also Morningstar, and all without the worry for any annual fees, etc. because I already have my cashback credit card as my main daily driver. So I will just use this travel credit card for the purpose of other spendings just to maximize those air mile points. And this is of course for my personal use case, and I understand that there are various more use cases for you which may vastly differ from my personal one, like you may prefer certain specific perks, or you want to only fly with certain airlines, or you always fly to a certain countries or region. All of those factors will ultimately decide the best credit card for you, because it's better to get a card that fits your purpose rather than a general card that does well in everything but master of nothing. So let me know which travel credit card you fancy the most, or if you already have one, please feel free to comment down below and share with everyone your favorite card and your use case as well. And who knows, you might actually find like-minded people in the community down here that share your use case as well. And also, I mean, we all could use more recommendations and tips, right? Okay, hopefully my introduction of these cards can help with your upcoming adventures, but if you prefer a road trip instead in Malaysia, then I would highly recommend you to check out this video for the best petrol credit card to earn higher cashback on your road trip. Bon voyage and see you over there.